Hello and welcome to this week's Portugal Dreams. Feliz Ano Novo and Happy New Year. We have been getting on with a few bits this week. We've just been gently easing ourselves back into things after the Christmas break. We have quite a few exciting projects coming up and we'll talk about that in another video. But we'll show you what we've been up to this week.
Morning. So this morning we're just on with digging some more of this land out. It's a bit slow going. I do sort of 5 barrowfuls at a time. It's a bit, you know, heavy manual sort of stuff to be doing all day, so I try and mix it in with other jobs. This end where it's quite grassy, I'm dropping down nearly 6-8 inches and working my way down away to the far corner. Then we may have to dig down and put a pipe out. I don't know what's going to happen there at the moment. I'm leaving a band near the wall, which the camera's sat on at the moment, because I found some bulbs last year and I planted them and they seem to be coming up quite nicely. I don't know what they are, I'm waiting to see. So until they've sprouted and flowered, if they're going to, which I hope they will, I'm leaving a strip at the edge. But Debbie's also said that she'd like a bit of a flower bed at the back, so she can see it out the kitchen window. So she's already put 2 lavenders in. So yeah, as I say, I'm going to leave a strip across the back. I'll show you that in a moment, and we'll probably use some of the big schist stones just to differentiate between where I'm digging out and where she's going to have like a flower bed. But this is going to take some digging out. Most of this, what's coming out of here, is filling the raised beds. So that makes the job, you know, like double the time, because I'm digging out here, barrening it round, and then I've got to dig it out to get it into the raised beds, and they do take some filling. So I'm getting rid of quite a lot of soil there, which is good. So yeah, we'll get on with it. As you might be able to see, the top layer is sort of sandy soil, what was dug out from the foundations. The soil underneath is what I want in the raised beds. I'll just show you the difference in that. So as you can see the difference here between the types of soil. The builders, when they were here and dug out, just pulled all the muck level on top, which, as I say, I'm separating sort of. Most of the soil what I'm digging out like this top is going down the land, filling some holes and levelling out a bit down there, or it will be levelled out down there. But then this darker soil, which seems to be better quality, is going in the raised beds. And that's barrow load ready to go around to the bottom of the land. The other good thing about skimming the surface is obviously it gets rid of most of the grass. That goes down the bottom, out of the way. This lot can go straight in the raised beds without too much problem. As you've probably seen, we put cardboard on top anyway to suppress the weeds, so yeah, hopefully we won't get too many in the raised beds. And this barrow load's going to the raised beds. So I'm down at the raised beds. I filled that one last week and Debbie's already got some onions and some garlic in it. We previously put carrots and onions in here as well, which are sprouting quite nicely. But this makes it twice the job because I have to shovel it out of the barrow to get it into here. We're just not strong enough to lift a barrow full of soil into the raised beds. I get it like 3/4 of the way down and then lift it over, pour it in. So they were the big bulbs that I found last year. We don't know what they are, so we're hoping they'll grow and show us what they are this year. There's only 3 or 4 of them. But this area at the back, what's raised, is the area where I'm just going to put some, probably of the big schist stone from there in front of, just to keep the soil back. And Debbie's going to have flowers all the way along this back row, hopefully. As I say, she's already put some wild lavender in it, so we'll add some more as we get a bit tidied. So we'll do this barrow full and we'll have a lunch. So as you can see, that's quite a big pile we've moved today, but by the time it gets spread about and wet and sunk because of the weight of it on top of the straw and things, there'll be hardly any there. It'll take at least another 10-15 barrow loads at that end before I start on this end. just come down and found them play fighting. They've plenty of room to walk away from each other if they want to, but they seem to enjoy having a good bat. Yeah. When they were behind the electric fence on their own, they just used to run up to each other and do this for half an hour or so. Bit of, well, I don't know, play fighting, bullying. I don't know who's bullying who. So. Yeah. Although Mabel's the youngest, she seems to have a bit more weight about her sometimes. So we've just come down to the bottom of the land to do some mulching around the new trees, and I just thought I'd have a quick look at the pines. I looked at them last week and they were okay, but this one, as you can see, has got a caterpillar nest in it just on the left branch as it's going up. So as you saw previously, I planted these new trees, a couple of apples and a almond, and I said I was going to mulch around them and I haven't got round to it, so I'm just going to do that now. So I've brought plenty of straw around, and they're going to get plenty on them. It's getting a bit frosty now, so hopefully it'll help keep the roots a bit warmer. We've plenty of straw, so I don't mind how much I use really. I think there's plenty there. Yeah. So I've just done this one as well. This is the almond, and I've also done the apple tree further up the garden. And I'm also just going to move some of this pine from where I chopped a tree down the other day. I've got a little pile just behind the camera. This one I'm going to trim all the little bits off, and then we'll keep as some sort of little post or something, like a cane to grow something up maybe. Little bits like this just get burned. I also have this trunk which I'm going to log, but I'm just going to put it down ready to strip all the rest of the bits and bobs off near the fire first, and then I'll move this later. So while I'm munching the trees down the bottom, I'm also doing the orange and the lemon, and we're also going to wrap them because of the frost. To be fair, I think we've left the orange a bit too long. It's gone quite curly. Yeah, it's not looking too happy. I think the frost's been at it a bit too much. But we'll wrap it and see what happens. So I've just knocked a centre post in. What I'm hoping to do is wrap around from the wire and into the top and make it like a slope. And then wrap round the wire, which will keep the frost away from the plant, I hope. So we're going to give that a go. So I've wrapped it round so both ends meet, or just overlap a little bit, and I'm just going to cut it down the crease, just make it easier. Yeah. My hope now is I'm going to open it up. Oops, still not fully open. Wrap to the top like that, and bring the bottom when I get it fully opened, and just peg it on. When I say pegs, I'm going to use normal household pegs. We'll bring it down as far as we can. We don't want it Too floppy. We'll do that in a few places as we get going. But the main is get it wrapped around the wire first. So as usual, my cable ties out long enough. Sorry, as usual, my cable ties out long enough, so I'm just going to join two together. This wasn't as wide as I thought. It's only 1.5 metres and it don't quite go right down to the ground, but we'll sort something out with that in a minute. If we need to, or if we think we need to. So hopefully that'll hold that there. We'll put some more pegs round here to stop it blowing off, hopefully, and fasten it in at the bottom. And hopefully, because it's got longer grass there, and then this, we won't get a lot of frosting. So I'll just have some more pegs. Debbie's going to be pleased because she's going to run out of pegs. I'm just putting these down near the bottom, pulling it down a little bit just to bring it a bit nearer the floor. But as you can see, it's quite a way down anyway, so hopefully it'll be okay. Probably wanted something a bit stronger than pegs, but we'll see how we go. Probably have to save a few more for washing. So just have that there. Because I want one or two just in this gap here. So we'll just fold this over. I'll roll it over. Peg on there and we'll have another one a bit further down. In fact, I'll move that one up a little bit. We'll have another peg on there. And we'll see how we go with that. Might not be brilliant, but at least it'll have better protection than what it had. We'll have 3 then. There we go. So a bit messy, but hopefully that'll do the job. So I've just been down to feed the hens and collect the eggs. I haven't gone in to collect the rest of the eggs, but I found this eggshell and it's soft. The rest of the eggs obviously flattened out, the ends have stood on it at some point, but if anybody knows the reason for that, if they can leave us a message down below in the comments, thanks.
So I've got all my vegetables in there, some are frozen, some are bits that wanted using up, and I've got the little bits of leftovers from a chicken that we had for yesterday's lunch. So I'm just going to add to that the potatoes that you saw me preparing earlier, cut into small bits. I've got salt, pepper and bay leaf, and I'm just going to pop some oxo cubes in, some boiling water, and we've got some fresh bread that I made earlier today for tea tonight. So I've added the potato, I've added some water just to cover everything. It's just really just a chunky soup. I think they'll enjoy that with some bread. So I'll get that on now and simmer it for about half an hour, and then it should be really nice and tasty to eat. Yum.
So thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell, and don't forget the links below for Facebook and Instagram. And as you can see, our garlic's starting to come up quite nicely.
Yeah, brilliant, but the onions are coming through and the carrots. I think we need to thin those out soon.
Yeah.
So that's it for this week. Bye.
Bye.